I received several phone calls. Here's one.
Tell you what, Larry, America did not need to lose Kobe Bryant, especially with all the stuff that's going on, all the bad bummer, downer stuff with the Democrats in politics, and then Kobe Bryant, our shining star. I don't make anybody a martyr. I just met him, and I'm just waking up. It's like a family member. He was America's family member. Woke up feeling like it's not going away.
Here's what L.A. County Sheriff Alex Villanueva said.
And assisted the fire department, and we've established a containment area, and now our Aero Bureau has a handle on traffic or aircraft accidents. However, when there's a fatality, then it switches to the National Transportation Safety Bureau, the NTSB, and the Federal Aviation Administration, the FAA. FAA is already on scene and assisting. We're waiting the arrival of the coroner's office to assist in the recovery of the remains. As the chief indicated, there were no survivors. We have a manifest that indicates that there was 9 people on board the aircraft, the pilot plus 8 individuals. There is wide speculation as to who the identities are. However, it is entirely inappropriate right now to identify anyone by name until the coroner has made the identification through their very deliberative process, and they've made notifications to next of kin. And it'd be extremely disrespectful to understand that your loved one was perished and you learn about it from TMZ. That is just wholly inappropriate, so we're not going to be going there. And we're going to wait till the coroner does their job, and we're assisting the families of those who believe they've been impacted, and it's a tough process. And our hope goes out to all of the members that were on board, all the family of everyone who was on board this aircraft, and God bless their souls. So at this point in time, we have nothing that we can add until the coroner does their job, and we'll be making those notifications when we have the information and we know the next of kin have been notified. Then we can release the information publicly, and you'll be notified in subsequent announcements.
Sheriff, there is one thing you can confirm. Do we have a confirmation actually of 9 bodies there at the scene?
That is our belief, yes.
Okay. Thank you. So we realize at this point there are so many questions. There's a lot of information out there, and again, we understand. There's a lot of information that's floating, but we certainly have a responsibility and an obligation, out of respect, of course, for the families. And this is a very difficult time for us all, for the city. We have the mayor here of Calabasas, also city. We thank them for being here. And in fact, they wanted to pass on a message that for those in the community that want to gather here and are coming to Calabasas, if you do, you are welcome to join others at the Dianza Park here in Calabasas, and the cross streets there are Los Hills and Las Virgenes. Also, the Sheriff's Information Bureau will be sending out updates as to when there will be, if there is one, a press advisory out, a notification of another press conference or any other updates through our Twitter. So please look for that. And again, we thank you so much for being here today. And again, thank you for your time.
So the news is even worse than first thought. The Los Angeles County Sheriff Alex Villanueva there saying that that there were 9 people apparently on board this helicopter that claimed the life of Kobe Bryant and the others. No survivors from this terrible chopper crash at 9:47 Pacific time this morning in Calabasas, California.
And we have since, of course, found out that one of those aboard was Kobe Bryant's daughter, Gianna. And it was a basketball game of hers they were going to. Now, the area where the helicopter went down is known as Calabasas. It's about 25,000 people. It's in the Santa Monica Mountains, about 30 miles northwest or so of downtown L.A. The impact of this man's death in this city, in L.A., where I am right now, it's hard for me to overstate it. In a city full of stars, A-list stars, it's difficult to even come up with somebody who had bigger presence and bigger star power than Kobe Bryant. And what's particularly extraordinary about his career, he's spent his entire 20-year career here in Los Angeles with the Lakers, is that he had ups and downs. It wasn't just ups and downs in basketball, but ups and downs in his life. My goodness, he was accused of rape in 2003 in Colorado, a case that ultimately melted because the accused, the alleged victim, refused to testify. They ended up having some sort of settlement. The terms have yet to be disclosed, but Kobe Bryant did write a public apology and said something to the effect of, "I can understand why you would have thought that I had sexually assaulted you. I understand why you would have thought that." And he also at one time got angry with somebody on the court and used a epithet for gays. He was fined some money for that. But he continued to grow as a person. He, I think, broke up with his wife for a short period of time. They reconciled. He now has 5 daughters. His last daughter was born not 7 or 8 months ago. He became a proponent of female basketball and recently said, and I jokingly criticized him for saying it, recently said he thought there were several people in the WNBA who right now could play in the NBA. And I sent out a tweet literally days ago, and I said, "Really, Kobe? Maybe it's because you have daughters you feel this way, but if there were a woman who could play in the WNBA, the economics, the amount of money she could make for herself and for the league would compel the NBA to allow that woman or those women to play." So I just said that literally a few days ago. He gave an interview to USA Today. That was his last interview. Here's part of it.
It's important to do what you have serious interest in doing. You know what I'm saying? You got to do what you love to do. I love telling stories. I love, inspiring kids, providing them with tools that are going to help them, right? And the 2 vehicles, the 2 ways to do it is through information and inspiration.
More on this when we come back. 888-971-SAGE, 888-971-7243.